What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Today we'll talk a little bit about internet gurus or internet experts, forum experts more specifically, forum gurus, forum doctors, whatever you want to call them, because they call themselves experts in just about everything. And this was kind of spawned by a discussion I had this weekend with a guy named Miguel, who's like a friend of my buddy's, who's getting into bodybuilding, he's getting into weightlifting, health and fitness. He said he's been on some of these forums and he doesn't know what to believe or what to listen to because there's all kinds of stuff that makes no sense. One person will say one thing, another person will say another thing, this works, and then somebody else says that doesn't work, and it's a giant mess and you got to weed through all the bullshit. That's kind of why Bios3 is here, because of all the bullshit that was started. So, and plus I had a shitty experience on a message board myself, a forum in the last month, of watching some real non-bodybuilders give out bodybuilding advice, and non-pro bodybuilders talk about the pros, and they didn't even know pros or see pros or even know what a pro was probably. So here's the deal: back in the day, before the internet was around and you needed to find out something and how to do something, and you asked somebody and they told you how to do it, they legitimately had to know how to do it. They couldn't bullshit you because they're looking you in your face. So if they're telling you how to repair an engine or whatever it was, they can't bullshit their way through it because you're gonna know it. Okay? They may be trying to put an engine together with you, or they take you to their garage and show you how to do it, but the bottom line is they had to know how to do it. They didn't just read about it. Okay? Now we have these guys who, not really girls, all guys. We have these guys who sit behind a computer and talk about, well, I know how to do this and do that, and this is how you diet, and this is how you train, and you go, well, shit, all right, but your avatar looks like shit. They go, well, coaches don't always look like the way that, they don't follow their own advice. Sometimes they just know how to do it. Well, who do you coach? Well, nobody. Okay, why not? Who do you train? Well, nobody. I'm just an expert inside this forum because they allow me to do it. Okay, so you coach nobody, you don't do it yourself, or you do it yourself, you do it terrible, but you're an expert. Fucked up. Okay, why should I listen to you? Well, because, no, because I don't know. You haven't shown one reason why you know how to get these results other than the fact that you're telling me that you know. Now, why should I take your word for it? Maybe I'm a little old school, but I just take people's words for shit. That's just the way I am. And that's the way a lot of people are not anymore. And they don't know any better because they actually believe when someone says something that they're telling the truth. Well, sunshine and rainbows and lollipops is not how the world works, and the internet is really not like that. So let's say, all right, let's put it like this. Let's say I was giving up bodybuilding. I was going to be Robin Hood. Okay, I'm going to learn how to shoot a bow and arrow, and I'm going to wear tights, and I'm going to rob from the rich and give to the poor. First, I have to learn how to shoot the bow and arrow before I can even be Robin Hood. So now, instead of going to an archery school and saying, okay, how do I do this? And they set you up and they teach you how to shoot it, and then all of a sudden you're like an archery expert, you're winning competitions and shit, and you're Robin Hood. No, instead I Google how to shoot a bow and arrow, okay? So I start reading and go to the forum, and there is Robin Hood expert, okay? He's sitting behind the thing, he's telling you, now he doesn't work for an archery range or anything like that. He doesn't teach anybody, but he's online teaching people how to shoot the bow and arrow, okay? So I take the bow and arrow, I'm looking nice, okay, this is my bow and arrow. That's how you do it. Pick it up, put it in your hand, put the arrow in the bow, put it attached to the string, pull it back, let go, hit the target, be a hero. Okay, perfect, got it, cool. So I go outside with my bow, I got my bow, and my bow is not a fucking stick with a string on it. It's the goddamn Rambo compound turbo bow that if I took it and fucking pulled it back, I could shoot down a fucking plane out of the sky with it. That's my bow, okay? Yeah, not the piece of shit fucking Native American fucking stick with a string on it shit, right? That fucking Tonto had in the Lone Ranger. Not that, right? So I take the bow and I do what he told me. I put the arrow on it, I put it on the thing, I pull it back, and I go, this is it, this is my Robin Hood time. I let go of the string to hit the target, and I shoot my fucking neighbor in the skull with an arrow and kill him. Why? Because I didn't learn how to fucking do it properly, because I learned it online from some asshole, and that makes me an asshole for listening to the asshole. Makes sense? So if you don't want to shoot your neighbor in the skull with a fucking arrow, make sure you know who you're listening to, because that could be the end result. Okay, it might not be that drastic, but you could wind up spinning your wheels, wasting your time, and quite possibly harming yourself by listening to these guys. I'm listening to these guys in internet forums literally hand out information that's medical advice on stuff like diabetic insulin that can fucking kill someone One guy was even saying flat out that he was taking insulin. He wound up in the hospital 3 times in like a diabetic coma. And he's out there telling people how to use it. Are you fucking kidding me? So just be aware. You never know who you're going to run into online. And even if you do run into someone that you think may possibly know what they're talking about, take their name and Google it. In this day and age, as soon as you Google, if you Google me, I pop up all over the place. Okay, not only with clients, but you can actually trace who I am as a person with Google. You can find out where I'm from, where I lived, who my family members are, where I've worked for jobs, what I do now, who my girlfriend is, who my dog is. You can find all that stuff on Google in the Google search to find out whether or not I'm telling the truth about who I am and what I've done. I tell you I'm a trainer, I have clients. I tell you I've competed in bodybuilding. This, that, all those things add up to what? He's a veteran of the world of bodybuilding. He may know a little bit about what he's talking about. He may actually know more than the guy in that forum who looked like shit that was giving him a hard time that said, well, I stopped listening to this guy and I stopped taking him seriously after he said Trenbolone doesn't burn fat. Take Trenbolone and sit on the couch and see how much fat you burn. It doesn't work like that. So that right there explains to you people just don't get it or they don't know, but they're in the forums giving advice. So pay attention, always ask questions, and don't take somebody's word for it. Don't even take my word for it. Go out there and look up other stuff about not taking people's word for it. BioS3Training@gmail.com. Leave comments down below. www.bios3training.com is the blog. I'm BioS3 and I approve this message, and we're out.